Kia ora, I'm Justin,
And I'm Will.
and we're here to take you through a playful practice today, where we'll peek to our dancer's pose, or Natarajasana. So you can expect some lunges, some storks, some balancing, and some backbends. And today, let's start in a child's pose. So coming down onto your mat, knees wide, toes untucked, sit back towards your heels, just sinking those hips down, melting your chest, maybe even your forehead down to the ground. Arms extended out in a wide V, or if the shoulders are feeling a little tight, you can always wrap them around the soles of your feet. Just taking 2 or 3 rounds of breath here to really settle into the shape. So, Balasana, child's pose, is a great option throughout the practice today. If you want to take a short break, recover, or just sit out and join back in when you're ready. One final big breath in, filling your back body and letting go. And then coming up onto your hands and knees, let's take some movements now for the spine. So hands on the shoulders, knees under your hips, find a neutral spine. And then from here, we'll just start going through some cat-cows. Starting with cat, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round your back, look towards your navel. And then for cow, drop the belly, tailbone scoops out, eye gaze goes forward. So matching the movement with the breath, exhaling into your cat and inhaling into your cat. Let's just do one more of each. And then once we are done with our cow pose, coming back to a neutral spine. Looking at the gap between your thumbs, start to walk the hands out in a V towards the corners of your mat. Melting heart pose, bringing your chest and chin down towards the ground, stacking your hips above the knees, feeling that stretch down the side body, going from the hips to the armpits, introducing some back bending. So today's theme is a little bit on balance and a little bit on back bending, peeking towards one of our unique poses. So this is all preparation for our dancer's pose. Walking the hands back towards your body, but not all the way. Start to shift your weight forward into your hands, lowering your hips down to the ground, coming onto the belly, and then placing the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms flat to the ground, coming into your Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx, we can be passive and really just let the shoulders sink, let the body drape down towards the ground, or we can energetically press into our forearms to find a bit more space, a bit more back bending, a bit more stretch through the belly. Now, if you feel this in your lower back, as some of us do with the hinge to the lumbar spine, you can tighten your glutes by pressing your pelvis into the floor, or slightly tucking your tailbone towards your knee creases, which will engage the lower back and just take some of that sharpness away. So keeping your eye gaze forward. One final big breath in, and then release, let it go. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up onto your knees. Let's get into our first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, shift your hips up to the sky. Soft bend in the knees here, gripping into the mat with your fingertips, fingers spread wide, indexes towards the front. Lift your heels. Try to close the gap between your belly and your thighs by setting your sitting bones up to the sky. Ears in line with your biceps by looking back towards your feet. You can pedal your dog out for a little bit of movement here, or you can simply find stillness if that's what feels good for you. From here, we'll walk to the tops of our mat, coming into a forward fold. So tippy-toeing very slowly, no rush, making your way towards the top end of your mat. Keep the knees nice and soft. Let the belly rest on or in between the thighs. And you can grab opposite elbows, letting gravity pull your upper body down, maybe swaying side to side, providing a nice stretch for the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Releasing your elbows, we slowly come up to standing, sweeping our arms up to the sky, reaching up, grabbing your right wrist with your left hand. Take a big breath in, reach up, and then exhale, side bend to the left. Coming back through center, swap your grip, and side bend to the right. Eventually coming back to center and letting your arms come down to either sides, shaking the body out, rolling the shoulders up and back, and just stepping to the top of your mat if you're not quite there. So we'll start with some sun salutations just to get the body moving, rolling the shoulders up and back, feet underneath your hips, maybe the big toes touching, maybe not. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, reach up. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, soften your knees, forward fold. Hands to shins, flatten your back, come halfway up. Keep that bend in the knees to find space. And then exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, and step your right foot back, coming into a low lunge, lower the knee down. Untuck the toes, sweep your arms up to the sky. Big breath in for Anjaneyasana. And let's stay here for the exhale, sinking into the hips, relaxing the shoulders. Take another big breath in, maybe reach a little bit higher, maybe glance up, and then dive the hands down, framing the foot. Plant the hands under your shoulders, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and let's take a vinyasa. Step back to plank, lower your knees down, untuck the toes, and we lower all the way down to the floor. Coming into our baby cobra with our inhale, lifting our chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then slowly coming back down. Tuck your toes, push up onto your knees, shift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Tippy toe your way to the top of your mat, coming into our forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands to shins, inhale halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, reach up. Reset with the hands on either sides of the hips. Again, inhale, sweep up, reach up. Exhale, hinge and forward fold. Uttanasana. Out of the Uttanasana, come halfway up, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands. This time, left foot steps back, left knee comes down. When you feel stable, sweep your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, sink into the hips. Find your Anjaneyasana low lunge. Inhale, look up, maybe reach back, send the thumbs towards the back of the room, and then dive the hands down, framing the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and we've got another vinyasa. Stay with will. You can drop your knees, or with me, from high plank, everyone lowers all the way down to the ground, elbows close to the body. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, or maybe a little bit higher for your cobra, more of a back bend, but still a bend in the elbows, coming all the way back down. Tuck your toes, push up onto your knees, shift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Looking up to your thumbs, you can tippy toe or take a big step up to your hands. From forward fold, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, reaching up, and then dive, swan dive the hands down to your sides. Sun salutation A, inhale, sweep up to the sky, big breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, find your plank. Stay with will on the knees. Option to come all the way down or halfway down for Chaturanga Dandasana. finding your up dog or cobra variation, all back bends, finishing in our downward facing dog. One round of breath here. Take a big inhale and let it go. Tippy toe, step or hop up to your hands. Hands to shins. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Big breath in, palms come together this time. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Reset the hands on either sides of the hips. Feet firmly planted to the ground, maybe toes touching, maybe not. Shrug the shoulders up and back. Let's progress. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, and this time step the right foot back. Keep the knee lifted. And when you feel stable, sweep your arms up to the sky, coming into high lunge. Can we sink a little bit lower? Finding a nice stretch in the hip flexor of the back leg and loading the front quad. Take one more big breath in, maybe glance up. And then exhale, plant the hands down, framing the foot. Step back for a vinyasa. Vinyasas are optional from now on, so you can always skip them or take the version that suits you best. Starting off in our plank, coming down, finishing through a back bend into our inversion. Tippy toe, step or hop up to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Other side, step the left foot back. Keep the knee lifted. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. And then sink a little bit lower. One more big inhale, maybe look up. And then dive the hands down. Vinyasa, step back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Coming into your back bend. And finishing in your inversion, downward facing dog. Right heel sweeps up to the sky. Big breath in. Knee to chest, step forward. Sweeping your arms up into high lunge. As you exhale, soften the back knee, maybe cactus your arms, open your chest to the sky. Reach up and then dive the hands down. No vinyasa, but swapping through plank, shift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Left heel sweeps up, three-legged dog, knee to chest, step the foot through. Once you feel stable, sweep your arms up to the sky. Big inhale here. Same cactus arms to open through the chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Feeling the collarbones separate. Take another inhale, reach up. Dive the hands down. And this time hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, reach up. And then hands come down on either sides of the hips. Bring your feet closer together. Maybe the big toes touching, a little gap between the heels. Roll the shoulders up and back. Shift the weight into your left foot. Start by lifting your right heel. Option to keep your toes on the floor or bring the knee even higher to hip height, coming into a variation of stork. Hands can come to hips or to heart, or you can even reach up to the sky for a full extension. Take a big breath in. Keep that right leg floating, dive the hands down, and step the foot far behind you, landing softly. Sweep your arms up to the sky, come into high lunge, and from high lunge now arrowhead, sweep your arms forwards, down, and back. think nose over toes as you find length from the crown of your head to your right heel. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale, come into your lunge, sweep up, and then sweep down and back. Find that length, shift the weight into the front foot. One more time, inhale, sweep up, and then exhale, come into your arrowhead. From this arrowhead, roll over your back toes, drag the foot forward, keep the weight into your left foot, and bring the knee up, coming back to where we started in our stork. Finding your balance by pressing into the big toe, the mound of the small toe, and the heel. You can always soften your standing knee to find a little bit of stability with that softness. Lower the foot down to the ground. Reset, maybe big toes touching, roll the shoulders up and back, shift the weight into your right foot, lift the left heel. Option to stay with the toes on the floor, hands to hips or heart. You can bring the knee even higher up to hip height. So we all have a good side, and we all have a better side. So some can be a little bit more challenging than others. That's because we have a natural asymmetry in our body. We bias one side, we have a dominant side. And definitely feeling like this is just my good side. I'm going to work a little extra hard to keep my balance here. If you'd like, you can extend your arms up to the sky. And then we will dive our hands down, stepping our left foot as far back as possible. Fingertips to floor, and then sweeping up to the sky, coming into that high lunge once again. From our high lunge, arrowhead, can you sweep your fingertips down and back, nose over toes, back leg long and engaged. Into your lunge, soften the back knee, shoulders over your hips. 2 more times. Sweeping down and back, shoulders away from your ears. Sweeping up, shoulders over hips, softening the back knee. Last one, sweeping down and back. And then from here, roll over your back toes. Drag the foot forwards and through, maintaining the weight on your right foot. Option to sweep the arms up, holding the balance here before eventually everything comes back down. Reset at the top of your mat. Open your palms, spread the fingers. Feel as though you're drawing energy in and then down through your feet to find your stability. Let's flow once again. Shift your weight into your left foot. Right knee comes up. Option to keep the toes on the floor. Hands can come to hips, heart, or extended to the sky. Take a big breath in. Here we now hinge and step lightly back directly into our lunge. Reaching up and then coming into your arrowhead, nose over toes. New option, stay with will, or coming into your lunge, hop forward, bring the knee through, coming into stork. Now arrowhead with will or aeroplane with me, arm sweep back, leg floats, find your balance, driving down through your standing leg. One more stork or lunge. And then final aeroplane or arrowhead, squaring your hips and shoulders if balancing on the one leg. From here, either roll over your toes and meet us in stork. Take a big breath in and then lower the limbs down. Roll the shoulders and reset. Shift the weight into your right foot. Stork. Inhale, bring the left knee up. Big breath in. From here, step back into lunge. Big step back, land soft. Reach your arms up to the sky, big breath in. And then arrowhead, sweep the arms down and back. Stay with Will or follow me. Stork on this side, hop forward, reach up, drive the knee through. Aeroplane or arrowhead from here, take your pick. Kicking the heel away from you, shoulders and hips square. Soften the standing leg for balance. Come into your stork or lunge, sweep your arms up. And then last arrowhead or aeroplane. From where you are, back to stork, drive the knee through, reach up to the sky, and then release the limbs down to the ground. Rolling the shoulders up and back. Final round, peeking into our dancer's pose. Shift the weight into your left foot. Let's find our stork. Sweep the arms up to the sky, reach up. And then stepping back, coming into your lunge. Reaching up, brace your core. Arrowhead, sweep the hands down and back. Coming through to stork or lunge, sweep everything up to the sky. 2 more times, aeroplane or arrowhead. Coming through, chest up, eyes forward. Arrowhead, eye gaze to the. Now everyone coming through stork, reach up to the sky. Option for your dancers, simply hold on to your knee with both hands. For those who want to practice this balancing back bend, this is more about balance and flexibility. Reach down with your right hand to the ankle, pointing your knee down to the floor. Turn your grip so that the palm is on the inner arch of the foot, so that you're externally rotating through the shoulder. Now, rather than pulling into your foot, can you press the foot into the hand? Opposite arm can come up for counterbalance, and then start to hinge forward, finding just the right amount of tension. Square your hips and square your shoulders, either up high with Will, or maybe more forward with me. Fix your eyes on a stable point so that you don't struggle as much as I am right now. And then slowly, gently come out, releasing the foot down to the ground. Now don't worry, we're gonna break this down with an option for straps or with some props. Let's do the other side first. Reset, roll the shoulders, open the palms. Shift the weight into your right foot, find your stork. You know where we're going, into lunge, step way back, land soft, touch down. Arrowhead, sweep the arms down and back. And then into stork or into lunge, your choice. Back into your arrowhead or aeroplane, palms facing the floor, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale up. Exhale, aeroplane or arrowhead. From here, everyone into stork. Roll over your toes, drag forward, and then reach through. Bringing your hands to your knees, find your balance. And if your balance is being playful today, option is to stay here. Or if you'd like to try, reach down with the left hand, grab hold of the ankle, point the knee down. Bring the hand to the inner arch of the foot, the inside side of the foot, wrapping your palm around the mound of your big toe, fingers over the top. Reach the opposite arm up, press the foot into the hand, soften your standing leg, find a fixed point, and then find your version of Natarajasana, dancer's pose. Holding for one more round of breath. And then releasing the foot down, shaking everything off. Now we can play around with a prop to help us and assist finding both the reach and the balance in the shape. And we could do that with a strap. And if you don't have a strap, you can also use a t-shirt, a towel. Your grip will be slightly different, but we'll talk you through how to use a strap for this. You can even use a belt. So we'll start by balancing on the right leg, which means we need to use our left foot and the strap. So making sure that if you're using a strap, it's not looped, have it out in front of you, and step your left foot onto the strap so that the arch is just over the strap itself. From here, we want to cross our strap so that we form a bind around the foot. And then through the opening of the strap, we can step our right foot through. Now the right foot is going to be balancing. So we start to shift our weight into the right foot, maintaining the tension on the straps. You can bend your left knee, bring your arms overhead, and then play around with your dancer's pose this way. The crisscross over the foot will keep the strap in place, and then you can experiment with leaning forward, keeping your elbows forward, softening your standing knee, or you can even travel the hand up the strap, or rather down towards your foot, to find more of a back bend. And then once again, keeping that tension, finding your version of Natarajasana. Slowly coming out and releasing the strap. Let's just do the other side just to balance everything out. If you were doing this with a t-shirt or a belt, the only difference would be drawing your knee up and wrapping the t-shirt or belt or towel around your foot and then transferring it to one hand to then find your dancers. But let's once again do it with the strap. This time, right foot steps onto the strap, big wide V so you could cross over, forming that bind over the foot, and then stepping through. Shifting the weight into the other foot, maintain the tension on the strap, lifting the foot up, bringing the elbows forward, and then choosing to travel or not travel along your strap, leaning forward or not. So I'm pressing into the strap here with my foot, create more tension, more stability, and then slowly coming out and releasing. Shaking everything off, we could set our straps off to the side. We'll just come down to the mat to just stretch and take a few twists before finishing off in shavasana. So bringing your feet just outside your hips here. Let's reach for the sky. Big breath in, reach up, maybe lift your heels. And then hands come together, coming down into malasana. Heels might come down to the floor, they might stay lifted. You might stay high up here on your thighs, or maybe you come all the way down. From here, you can shift your weight side to side just to sink into the hips, just moving through the hip joint. And then with the use of your hands, making your way down to the ground. Feet flat on the floor, hands behind you, keeping your chest up, eye gaze forward. We'll just windscreen through a couple of times just to continue rinsing through the hips. Maybe the sitting bones travel a bit forward, so you just have to reset by pressing into your feet and shifting your hips back. And if it feels particularly good, you can always stay down on one side, hooking the heel over your knee, bring some internal and external rotation to each hip, and also stretching through the lower back a little bit. If you are holding on one side, make sure you hold on the other side just to balance everything out. And then last but not least, bringing your feet back down onto the floor. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. And then feet staying flat. Release the legs. Reach the arms out in front of you. And just roll out your spine, going as slow as you can go. Option is to hold on to your thighs as you make your way down onto your back. And then once you're on your back, you can place the hands on the lower ribs or on either sides of your body. Extend your legs out long. And find your final resting pose, your shavasana. If you're in a comfortable space, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. And you can stay here however long you would like, giving your body what it needs to close off this practice.